This episode of The Havery Show is being brought to you by Heartland Tax and Accounting, 863-385-5020. The following program is rated PG and may contain language and material that may be slightly offensive to some audiences. On this episode of The Havery Show, we have a very important member of our community. Comes from a great family, a great public servant. Roland Bishop is with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
You looked like a deer in the headlights when I asked you on Tuesday after the meeting if you would be on the show.
Yeah, I can't wait to break your lowest viewership record.
Listen, man, I understand that you don't like the public eye, and yet somehow you decided to run for the city council. What was it inside of you that was stirring that made you face your discomfort of being a public person to do something so important?
Probably because I saw we were on the cusp of really having a little breakthrough in Sebring. And, you know, you grow up here and people go away and some come back and some don't.
That's right.
And I just saw an opportunity to step up and try and make a difference. It was kind of just really thrown in my lap. A seat became available when Kurt Ivey moved out of the city.
Yeah.
And someone was approached that you and I both know, and he didn't really have any interest in it. So he approached me, and that's when I threw my name in the hat to seek the appointment.
Okay.
So, which was 4 years ago this week.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've been in
I was
4 years.
one of eight, something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that was 4 years ago?
Yes.
So you have had to go through a re-election process. Is that two of them? Yeah. Okay.
So I was only on council for about 6 months before I had to run a campaign.
Yeah.
Because you assume the predecessor's term, and
Sure.
Kurt's term was almost up.
Gotcha.
At that time.
Wow. Was it a yay or a oh no?
A little bit of that, because guess what? We're right in the middle of the budget.
Yeah.
So I
buddy.
was really in over my head.
Oh yeah.
It was funny because the other night after our budget meeting, we were kind of just chit-chatting, and our newest council member said, "Man, I can't wait till next year. This might get easier." And I said, "It's going to get harder because you're going to, really start to pick this thing apart the more you learn."
Yeah,
So,
and I would guess every year that you're on the council, you get more and more invested with all the different departments and different areas.
you have projects that you want to see
Sure.
accomplished during your term.
Yeah.
And you want to see those through.
Yep. What are some of the things, some of the projects that you have maybe not necessarily oversaw, but some things that have happened during your tenure that you've really appreciated or liked?
I mean, it's probably the biggest thing that I think that I've been able to accomplish is this mobile home park moratorium. It was really starting to pain me how many mobile home parks we were getting in this town.
Yeah.
And between that and potentially moving City Hall, planning for growth, because I really think we're on the verge of I'll say the word explosion, but it's going to be much more subdued than that in this area.
It may or may not be. As I drive through town, my brother Peter was just down, and we played disc golf here and there, and we just drove around after eating meals and stuff. We're over by the Bernie Little property, and I told him, I said, this is all planned for development.
Right.
That's a lot of homes out there.
Yeah.
How many hundred homes?
I can't remember.
It's a crazy
282 or 382. It was a lot. Yeah. But it's like I brought up in the meeting the other night, 20 years ago, citrus production was 175 million boxes. And after next season, we'll have less than 10 million boxes.
King
so
citrus.
what do you do? What do you do with the land?
Yeah.
That sand is not sustainable to grow anything
That's right.
but oranges.
That's right.
Or cover it with concrete.
I never would have guessed that there would be a time when King Citrus was no longer King Citrus.
I know.
And here we are.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it and more than just citrus. Growing up in a dairy business.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We've seen a big change.
So in the dairy business, how are you comparing the citrus industry to the
No,
dairy industry?
it's not the same. It's the same in the fact that it's much less people doing it.
Okay.
It's different in the fact that dairy was not ended by disease.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's essentially what's ruining Florida citrus is greening.
I had a theory on that.
Yeah.
I mentioned it on another podcast. I had a theory that sometime in the 70s, when Disney popped up, that all of the citrus conglomerate guys, the citrus mafia, got together and said, listen, this citrus thing is good, but land is going to be the thing. It's going to be development. Now, how can we score with citrus and then know when the time to get out is? And how can we do it in such a way that it's not evident? And someone came up with, well, let's start with canker. And we'll lose a bunch of it to canker. Get rid of a lot of our property then, and then let's introduce greening, and that will do it. And that'll be the end, and then we'll sell everything for tourism and housing and whatnot. Now, that's pretty dark, I know, because I know some people in the citrus industry, and they wouldn't do that.
Right. Yeah.
And I wonder about the higher-ups.
Yeah.
I'm a conspiracy nut. What can I tell you?
Okay.
Yeah, so there's Bishop Dairy, one of the top players. Likes?
No, Likes isn't in dairy.
They're not in dairy.
There's actually only technically 2 dairies left in the whole county.
Really?
Right.
You and who?
No, we're done.
You're done? Wait, what? What?
No, we are out of the dairy business.
Since when?
4 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
You guys must not have taken out a front page ad to say, hey, we're out of the dairy business.
No, it's it was just there. I quit working out there in 2013 and got an insurance business.
Yeah.
And there really wasn't a succession plan, and it was just the timing was right. So
Did you sell it?
sold the land, sold everything. Yeah.
So did they?
My dad and his parents were the owners at that time, and
So
and his brother Perry
Yeah.
operated his own farm in Okeechobee, and he is no longer milking cows either.
did the buyers buy it to
No,
be
it is no
ranchers?
longer. It's no longer a dairy. There's
not-
beef
it's not
cows on it.
Beef cows.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between dairy and ranch. Ranch is for beef. Dairy is for.
Technically speaking.
Okay. All right. I used to. You wouldn't know this because I don't even know how old are you.
Soon to be 42.
You were probably just like brand new, but I used to spray out there. My old man had Tom Scholl Pest Control.
Oh yeah.
And I used
Okay.
to sometimes I used to go out and spray your place out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
A long, long time
Yeah.
ago.
He had that big metal pump up
Yes.
sprayer.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
I hated that thing, man. It was always leaking. You know, his equipment was always
Yeah.
it was always shoddy. You know, and I used to have to go out there, and so he would never let me wear gloves. He said, I don't want you wearing gloves because I don't want the customers thinking it's poison. Tom, it is poison. I don't want the customers seeing that. So I'm carrying this thing, and it's just dripping all over my arm. I couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
But I always liked going out there because it was a nice drive, and it got me away from everything for a while.
Right.
And it was just cool to be on such a big, beautiful, property. Really nice.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I can't believe you guys.
Yeah.
you
So
guys did.
my family, or the Bishop family, moved to Highlands County in '74 from Davie.
Okay.
Most of the dairy farmers in Central Florida are from Miami. Believe it or not.
I
And,
had no idea.
I think there were 14 dairies in Highlands County at that time, and now there's 2.
So who are the two?
Goolsby's and the Butlers. They're out right on the
area.
Okeechobee County line.
Okay, gotcha. Wow, what an era.
Yeah.
What do you think for the future of dairy?
It'll keep going. It's changed where it's you have a much larger herd per location now, and I think that's kind of one of the factors. Everybody, you don't have any say in what you sell your milk for, what the price is. And so the only way to make more money is to cut costs or increase production.
Right.
So everybody increases production, and eventually it, becomes too much. And then consumption, you could argue, is down because of plant-based.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, every time you think you got it covered and you think, I'm doing the right thing now, another study comes out. So now they're starting to look at seed oils and plant-based milk, almond milk, things like that, and saying this stuff isn't that great for you.
Right.
And
and just look at the ingredient list.
Yeah, exactly. So let me ask you this. I'm not sure how invested in dairy you are or were, or how much you know about the science of everything, but up north there, in Watkins Glen, the dairy's all over the place. And you could go into a dairy, almost all the dairies had a little store. And you could get, fresh milk, fresh ice cream, fresh butter, fresh all this stuff. And some of the stuff they sold up there was non-homogenized or non-pasteurized. I can't remember. But it was not a big deal up there to sell that, and you could get it. And I mean, I think I could taste the difference, but I also think I can tell the difference between Coke and Pepsi. Whether or not I can, I don't know. Yeah. It seems like down here, you don't really get that option. I know at the health food store they have milk that's non-homogenized. It says not for human consumption. So what's the deal? Can you tell me the difference between pasteurization and homogenization?
I can't tell you any kind of scientific.
Okay, gotcha. Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, I mean, the short term is pasteurization. If I'm speaking correctly, it kills any bacteria.
Okay.
And homogenization blends the fatty and the.
So it doesn't separate.
Correct.
Got it. Okay, that makes total sense.
Somebody's going to fact check me on that.
If Roland is wrong on that, you let us know and we'll issue an apology or something if necessary. But I don't think anyone's going to be that hung up on it. This episode of the Havery Show is being brought to you by Heartland Tax and Accounting. 863-385-5020. Were you growing up? Were you like ready to take over the reins of the family dairy?
No, I fought it for a long time.
It's really,
yeah. I mean, it's a tough life. Yeah. I always joke that whenever I met my wife, she, she was talking about it going on a vacation with her family or something. And she said, well, where did you go on vacation? I was like, vacation? I didn't even know what that meant.
Yeah.
We might go to the beach for a week or so every once in a while, but we didn't get to travel a whole lot growing up.
So you lived out there. There was a house out there, anyway.
There were a lot of houses, for employees, and I lived on the dairy in Loretta till I was 5, and then we did a short stint in Hardy County, where my parents ran a dairy over there. For about 5 years. Got it. And then when we moved back to Sebring, we lived in Spring Lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, were you hands-on out there as a kid? Did you get to milk cows? Did you get to do all the stuff?
Yeah.
It had to be kind of fun.
It really, I consider myself pretty handy.
Yeah.
As far as being able to fix plumbing or build things, whatever I need to do. And I completely attribute it to working out there.
Wow.
Because whenever you're a farmer, you're an electrician, you're a plumber, you're a welder, you're a mechanic. Yeah. You're a heavy equipment operator. You just have to be able to do everything.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I'm sure it was all hands on. Yeah. And what is it? Necessity is the mother of invention. How do you do this? I don't know. You just jump in and you just get at it until it's done.
Now we have YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I've used those things, man. Hey. Work smart, not hard. I don't have any problem pulling up a YouTube to show me how to change a part in my car or something like that. I like to do fix-it stuff too. I'm a hands-on guy, so I get that. So you moved out to Sunner Lake at what age?
Spring Lake.
Spring Lake.
I was in 5th grade. So what is that? 12, somewhere in there.
So Sebring Middle School, or
so we moved back halfway through 5th grade. So I did half of a year at Cracker Trail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Wow. So you
came up through Sebring Middle and obviously Sebring High School.
Gotcha. What year did you graduate?
2002.
What about sports? Did you do any sports or anything?
Not a whole lot. I always had a job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not just at the dairy. I've told you before, I worked with Joe Coangelo.
Yes.
For a number of years in high school, and worked for another cabinet shop in town for a while, and I actually worked at Spring Lake Golf Course for a little bit. So I wasn't overly athletic. That was more my brother's That was his speed.
Gotcha. Tell me about your brother.
He never lived anywhere but here.
Yeah. His name?
Drew. He married his high school sweetheart. They have 2 boys. He's in commercial real estate.
Yeah. It's just the 2 of you? You 2 boys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. So you got how many kids?
2 kids.
4 grandkids for the grandparents.
Right.
That's nice.
Yep.
And of course the Handleys are
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Right.
Yeah. So Ruth is your grandma.
Right.
How's she doing?
She's she's 97.
Yes.
So, we're she's doing okay.
Good.
She's at home.
Yeah.
We get out there to see her fairly often.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What a cool lady.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about her during a podcast me and my brother were doing, and he was talking about Marge Skipperfield and Little League and all that stuff, and how she would write the columns about all the games, and she would do all that stuff for the newspaper.
Okay.
Which was pretty cool too. And of course, she was an assistant principal at Sebring High when I was there, and then she went on to become, I believe, the first female superintendent
In the state.
in the state. Yes,
I
remarkable.
believe you're right.
Remarkable.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a cool lady.
Yeah. She's seen a lot.
Oh yeah, she has.
Grew up an Army brat, so she traveled a lot
Mm-hmm.
with her family. But her parents retired in Pahokee, Florida, of all places.
Pahokee.
And that's where she met my grandpa.
Oh, that's awesome. When did they move to Sebring?
I don't know the exact date, but I know 2 of them. I want to say 2 of my oldest uncles were born elsewhere, like either Pahokee or in Auburn when my grandfather was in vet school up there.
Gotcha.
My mom was born here. She was born at Walker.
Yeah.
So sometime in the late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah. Yeah, Walker. That's where I was born too. I used to like going by there. It still makes me sad when I go by and it's gone. I don't know why. I have no idea.
No attachment.
No attachment other than being born there.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll tell you what the attachment is, and I hadn't thought about this for years. But anytime my family went anywhere past Avon Park, and we had to pass the hospital, all the kids, my brothers, my sister, as soon as we got up close to it, they would all at the same time say, "That's where little Harry was born." So I guess there's some kind of weird emotional attachment to it. Yeah, I suppose. So the home that your grandma's in now, that was a family home.
Well, they lived on Assembly Point.
Oh, okay.
So
over by Hensley's?
yep, right across the circle.
Gotcha.
It was the Hensleys, the Bryants, and then the Handleys.
Yes.
And they lived there till mid to late 70s, and that's when they moved to where they are now.
Gotcha.
So the majority of the kids grew up on Dinner Lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And what about on the Bishop side? Tell me about your family on the Bishop side.
So my grandparents got married very young, 17 and 15.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, from South Florida. I don't have a whole lot of, historical information on where they came from and, how they got established. They've been dairy farmers. I think my dad was the 4th generation.
Yeah.
So they moved here in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
The land boom in Miami coerced them out. And I always say, I think my grandmother had all of her kids by 22 and was a grandmother by 32.
What?
Yeah.
That's
had
impressive.
10 grandchildren.
10 grandchildren.
Yeah. We all grew up, both sides, we all grew up very close.
Yeah.
And then, families, just grow and get involved in their own little niches. And, but whenever we all get together, it's all great.
I'll bet. Are there occasions when you're all able to get together and
it's rare.
I bet.
We lost my grandma earlier, my other grandma, my Bishop, earlier this year. So
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
How old was she?
God. She was born in 40.
Okay.
So
yeah, she's 80 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were obviously everyone came,
Mm-hmm.
and
isn't it sad that
I know
the family reunions turn out to be the
yeah,
funerals?
no, that's the way it works.
Yeah, it really is. It really is sad, though. I wish that I think I would speak for almost everybody when I say I wish that we would have the wherewithal to do stuff together before that happens. But life is hard and life is busy, as you well know.
Right.
Your kids are how old?
Soon to be 3 and 6. So
Great ages.
Yeah, I've young kids.
Yeah.
I didn't have my first kid till I was 35.
Wow, you're a late bloomer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And tell me about your wife.
My wife is her name is Marla. She's from Mount Dora.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and she's a nurse practitioner.
Wow.
Here in town.
How does she like Sebring compared to Mount Dora?
Well, Mount Dora, when she grew up there, was very similar to Sebring.
Yes.
It's obviously not now,
Mhm.
but she's fit in pretty good.
Good deal.
It's not having the accessibility to the things in Orlando probably is the hardest adjustment.
Orlando, though, what a double-edged sword that is.
Right.
It's got everything, but who wants to deal with that?
Mm-hmm. Not me.
My goodness, just getting to Orlando anymore.
I know.
I-4 on 27.
Right.
It's
awful.
I have written off Orlando Airport. I'm just done. We go to Tampa. If we're going to do something, or if I'm flying a band in, or if I'm doing something like that, it's got to be Tampa or somewhere else because I'm not dealing with Orlando anymore.
Yeah. No, I get it.
What you're a civic leader. You're a planner. You're on the city council. Why wasn't something done years ago about I-4 and 27?
I think the growth just, government just can't keep up.
Man, man.
You go through and all those apartments that they're throwing up, left and right, they're everywhere.
Along those lines, here we are in Sebring adding all these houses, and I'm all about growth to an extent,
right?
Because I want Sebring to be successful, but I also kind of want it to be my little Sebring too. Right. You know what I mean? There's a fine line. So, how do we continue growing the way we are? We're growing at leaps and bounds. How do we not become Brandon? With the dun and 27 just being a standstill from Avon Park to South Sebring. How do we avoid that?
I don't think you can. Man. You go to Lakeland and it's, the same way as, whenever I was a kid, Orlando was like Lakeland, in my opinion. Lakeland is.
Oh, yeah.
I think Polk is the fastest growing county in the state right now.
I don't doubt that. Yeah. You can attribute that to Grady Judd in his law enforcement.
Yeah.
I don't know if Polk County is the safest place to live, but it seems like it with that guy.
Well, whatever. Yeah, that's what you see on camera anyway.
Exactly. This episode of The Havery Show is being brought to you by Heartland Tax and Accounting, 863-385-5020. Yeah. So, all these developments. Obviously, we have the infrastructure for it, or you wouldn't have approved all these things. But I do wonder: is there anywhere to put some sort of a bypass or something for semis or anything like that to be able to get some of that?
Well, I think that was the idea behind the Parkway, and now there's so many dang red lights on the Parkway that you're really not gaining a whole lot.
Yeah.
That's probably the next best area for development. Probably need to try and get some form of commercial development out that way because 27 is built out.
It really is. Yeah.
So and with the expansion up to Avon Park, it's the prime area. So I guess we are doing some things to help alleviate traffic on 27. Yeah. But getting the first one to build out there is
that's it.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm sure I don't know. Are there some incentives or things like that to get people to make it attractive to build.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know if there are or not. I feel like this is probably unfair, but I feel like Sebring has shouldered a lot of the burden for growth in Highlands County because you look at Lake Placid and it's been able to stay pretty much, except for that little stretch on 27. Lake Placid hasn't changed a lot. Avon Park hasn't changed a lot. Sebring is growing by leaps and bounds. I would kind of like Avon Park and Lake Placid to take some of that.
Absorb some of it.
Absorb some of it, yeah.
Well, I think...
Can you get on that, please?
Yeah, I'll get right on it.
What do you think? I cut you off.
No, I was just saying that, more specifically Lake Placid, they kind of like being smaller. And I think Sebring's a little bit more willing to to have more growth.
Mm-hmm.
Not only as a government, but maybe the residents. That's why people live where they do, right?
Sure. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
What are some things that have happened or over the last few years in Sebring that you're excited about? Some things that maybe you're not so excited about?
Well, obviously the show
Yeah,
was huge.
massive. Yes, it was.
I'm concerned that if we don't get retail downtown, we're going to lose it.
Yeah. I wish we would have been
People come
more
from the
proactive.
coast, they eat lunch, they get ice cream.
Yes,
Okay, what do we do now?
that's right.
So being able to get retail downtown is going to be huge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we do it. How you not only get people to move their location downtown, but get these, some of the landlords to be open to it.
Yes, absolutely. And also, at some point, you have to consider broadening your hours, staying open later,
Right.
and being able to serve all these people. Because you're right. I think that this is just my opinion, but I'll bet you that the majority of the people that came from watching HGTV are going to be one and done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we loved Sebring. It was really nice, but really just other than
Yeah, and I don't know how you measure that. I don't know how you. I mean, we have the geofencing and things
Right.
like that, but how do you know if they come back or not? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't have the answer.
And what scares me is things like the Westlake Jackson drainage project.
Tell me about that.
Prior to 27 being built the way it is, and all the Lowe's and Shelby Crossing and things like that, all that water comes towards Lake Jackson,
Right.
and the catch basins in between 27 and Lake Jackson are just failing.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't handle the water. They're some are 100 years old.
Yeah.
And it's a big burden.
Where are these basins? I'm assuming they're out of public
I
eye
think
for the
there's-
most part.
I want to say for some reason the number 27. There's 27 of them.
Are these akin
They're
to
stretched in between the old scenic highway or Fairmont
Okay.
and Don Jose's.
Okay. All right. Are these akin to a retention pond type thing, or
No,
are they
the
underwater?
concrete
Okay.
basin that filters out the sediment before the water then goes into the lake.
Gotcha. Are these? You can see these things are
They're
publicly
underground,
accessible.
under the road.
Oh, boy.
So if it's been repaved now, it's kind of a Band-Aid. But
boy.
a year ago, it was like, you would need a doom buggy to go over some of that.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
So this is a ticking time bomb.
It's not to that extent, but it's definitely something that needs to be addressed.
Is this something that's going to be clearly impacted by hurricanes and things like that because of all the extra water, or is that really not an issue?
I would assume that has some effect. I mean, I'm not an engineer, so
Right.
I don't know to what tune, but yeah.
I just saw. Speaking of hurricanes,
Mm-hmm.
I just saw there's an online weather guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's usually fairly accurate with his stuff. And 10 hours ago, he posted a picture of Florida with 2 hurricanes, one on each side.
Really?
And they said the next 2 weeks are going to be determining what happens with those. I don't know that that's ever happened before.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I don't know how much I trust it. But weather in general is getting wacky.
Right.
So every time hurricane season rolls around, I'm thinking, what's this year going to be like? Because it's not like it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
The storms are different.
Mm-hmm.
They just are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We've done well so far, but we're getting into the thick of it now.
We've done well for a while.
Yeah.
The last bad one and that we experienced was probably Irma.
Yeah.
That was in 2017.
That's right. Yeah, man, oh man, oh man. And I always go back to 04.
Yeah.
That was unheard of too.
Mm-hmm.
That was 20 years ago. So I guess I'm a little bit off base saying it's so much different now because 20 years ago we had that 20 plus years ago. All that development out there.
Out where?
I guess everywhere, but over by Bernie Little. What's the time frame on those things?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't if they told us, I don't remember.
So that's still
But the townhomes are currently under construction. I mean, they're putting in, drainage,
Yeah, that's
stormwater.
right alongside the parkway
It's on Ben Eastman in the Parkway.
on Ben Eastman. Okay, yeah. So who's doing that? That's not the same people that are
No.
doing the other ones.
No, I can't remember.
I gotcha.
They all kind of run together.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, for sure. HGTV, as far as overall, I think that it was a great thing for the city.
Mm-hmm.
But there were some things at the time that I was looking at with one eye kind of closed. And for instance, the soda shop, all the work they did on the windows. Have you walked by there lately?
Well, I saw. I mean, where a vehicle crashed into one.
Beyond that,
yeah.
they used MDF on everything, and it's
Really?
literally falling apart now. It's all swollen. The water's got into it, and not just the area where the car hit it. All the other windows are starting to swell.
Really?
Yeah, and once water gets in that, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of concerned me a little bit. If they did that kind of construction on that, where else did they cut corners?
That's a fair question.
And I wonder who did the actual work. I wonder if it was contracted locally or if they had their own people come in and do it. I wonder if that was even up to code, if you're allowed to use MDF on exterior window trims and all that. I don't know. I'm really curious about it.
I don't know. It's a fair question.
Yeah. So now Sophie's, who's the
Uni.
Yeah. So she's taking this place over.
Mm-hmm.
Just when you thought you couldn't get a bigger buzz, now there's already this whole thing, and it's like starting all over again. It's been really cool seeing that. Sebring has just got some interesting stuff downtown. You got a dive shop, you got a Peruvian place, you got some great restaurants. It's pretty awesome.
I'm enjoying it.
I am too. I remember when I was the manager of the theater, and I walked outside once from the theater, and I just kind of did a live video. And I said there's no reason why Sebring shouldn't be mentioned in the same breath as Mount Dora and St. Augustine and some of these other places. And that was how many years ago now? And lo and behold, here we are on the precipice maybe of something pretty big. Mount Dora has antiques and quirky kind of shops. They have an identity. St. Augustine's oldest city, they have so much retail, so much variety there. Sebring has the races, but I don't know that we've capitalized on that.
I think when you were growing up, the races were much different than they are now.
For sure.
So even in my lifetime, I've seen a change.
Yeah.
And I really think you're going to start seeing a more impact from the racetrack, where people are actually, coming to enjoy the race.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Wayne does a phenomenal job. There's something going on out there. I think it's used all 365 days a year. Mm-hmm. So there's always a new club, a new group, somebody in town
always
using that track.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And it helps, obviously hotels, restaurants.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Watkins Glen, where I spent the summers for the past several years, they have a track out there too.
Right. Yep.
And it was always cool playing in the restaurants and having the race teams come in and patronizing all these places and see them downtown. They have these car festivals and they have Corvette weekend, they have vintage cars, they have vintage race weekends, and they're always doing something downtown that ties in with a race, which is brilliant. I know we only have the 12 hours. That's our marquee race, but we also have stuff throughout the year.
Oh, every weekend.
Every weekend. And so I wish that could be reflected more somehow with our downtown, and I don't know how exactly. Someone had the idea, they were talking about the old Barnett Bank, and I don't know where that's at right now as far as who even, CRA, do they own it? I don't even know. Okay. Somebody mentioned what a good welcome center that would be, and to have the CRA and have the Chamber of Commerce and have a welcome center and have all that right there as you're coming into town. That would be a pretty cool thing.
Yeah. Better than a flea market.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Well, that lasted longer than kind of I thought it would. Yeah. I used to like going in there just to check out stuff and look for vintage stuff, because as you see in the studio, everything I have is mid-century. It's like walking into your grandma's house,
right. That's right.
So yeah, that's the thing I was looking for. But yeah, that building there is an important building. We're talking about a museum there, and I'm not sure that anything happened with that. Do you know anything about the museum?
I don't know where that stands. I think that's something that they're working with the Hall of Fame
Yeah.
board with out at the track, because they own a building out there.
Gotcha.
And I think there's something going on.
Yeah.
But I don't know where that stands.
I gotcha. And I call it the Horseshoe Building because I can never remember.
That's what I call it too.
Yeah. So it's looking good.
Right.
It's been bothering me. It has, but it's looking good. It's coming along now. So, as I understand, the Blackmans are going to make that Regent offices, a Regency. What is that?
It's like they're a property manager.
Okay.
So it's Regis.
Regis.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like they I think they range anywhere from, there's all kinds of ranges. They're smaller single office workspaces where they have communal conference room and things like that. But then I think they're gunning for a larger office space for, some form of a professional office.
So this is if you don't have an office space and you just need something for.
Yeah. Remember the Chamber? They had something like that when they were out at Village Fountain Plaza.
Yeah.
Where they would sublease
Yes.
one office to somebody,
Yes.
and then they had a communal conference room and things like that.
They must have done due diligence, but is there a call? Do we have enough businesses and small businesses that need that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And that's enough for what is that, a 3-story building?
3 stories.
So is that going to be all Regis?
I think so.
Wow.
That's the way I understand it.
I know for a while there he was looking at different restaurant options and things like that. So
I think that's kind of gone.
I got
gone
you.
by the wayside.
Yeah, that's a cool building too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably
Built
yeah,
like a fort.
I'm thinking that thing was put up around 72, 74,
mid
something
mid
like
to
that.
early 70s, somewhere in there. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. And then the city has taken over the old
SunTrust building.
SunTrust building.
Right.
And before SunTrust, was it First Federal?
I don't know.
I think it was First Federal. I'm not positive. At any rate, so when you've closed on it, it's a done deal.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. Yeah, that should settle you for a while. That's a big place.
Yeah. I would hope that. I mean, certainly last the city through my lifetime, probably even my kids' lifetime.
Oh yeah.
And along with that, we get a very big parking lot.
Yes.
I've been spending a lot of time talking about that with the city administrator, Scott Natelick, and future potential for a garage, because we're going to need one.
That is brilliant, and that's a really good space for it.
Yeah.
You definitely have the room, I think.
It's on what I'll say is the least traveled spoke.
100%. I would say that too, which makes it ideal because you're not taking up
Valuable real estate.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's all valuable. It's all important, but that is the spot for it. Is that a doable thing?
Eventually.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
I can't imagine what that would cost.
Oh, I don't know. I won't have to make that decision.
Yeah, I know you will not. You will not. I wonder if that would be something that would be paid parking to begin with until some of the cost is alleviated.
Yeah. I don't know what they, you go to Lakeland and they have parking garages and they're mostly free.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't remember if they charge for those or not.
It's going to be a chunk of change building that thing.
Yeah.
But what a great asset it would be.
Yeah. Just to have the flat lot that's there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's huge.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know that people have been using it to the extent that they could. I was going to say it's a little off the beaten path, but it's not. It's not
Just
at all.
one block.
Yeah, it's not far at all.
And now that we're putting in those restrooms behind the theater,
the Rotary Club.
It kind of it's right there.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant.
Right across the street.
I love that. This episode of The Havery Show is being brought to you by Heartland Tax and Accounting, 863-385-5020. The old Nancessoe property. Anything happening with that?
Well, I mean, the way I understand it is they have 7 applicants.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the CRA does. I couldn't tell you who proposed what, or I haven't been following that as closely as I should.
I hope one of them's a farmer's market. I see what they did in Lake Placid at Journal Plaza.
I was just about to say the ideal situation would be to have something like Journal Plaza.
Yeah,
in some fashion.
Beautiful. Yeah, and Santa Rosa too.
Right.
I didn't realize until just a couple days ago how deep
it's
that
big.
property is.
It's big.
That would be another awesome spot for something like Journal
Yeah, it's a
Plaza.
little far off the circle to share
is.
foot traffic.
It is.
But that would be. It could definitely be a destination.
Oh, it should be.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to push downtown farther.
Mm-hmm.
Even as far as the old Thriftway and stuff
For
like
sure.
that.
Yeah.
It would be nice because I don't see any reason why not to.
Mm-hmm.
That old Thriftway's been sitting there for
Yeah,
so
I don't know
long.
what's going on there.
There were a couple times where I thought it was going to be an entertainment center and a skating rink. There was a skating rink for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if that old floor is still there or not. I have
I don't
no
know.
idea. But that's
I never even went in there when it was a skating rink.
oh yeah, I didn't either.
When I was a kid, it was at the on the highway.
Yeah.
There by where?
Oh, the old car lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Was it Ross Bacchus? I can't remember. Yeah, that was a cool place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they had the flea market there too. That was a nice building.
Yeah.
I hated to see that go.
Mm-hmm.
I think the split level, as I recall.
Yep. You had to go up steps to go in the front of it.
Yeah, the skating rink was in the lower level.
I can't remember.
I don't either. It's been a long time. That's been a real. I'm surprised you remember that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Holy cow!
Mm-hmm.
You're older than I thought. What are some things that let's call it not even a bucket list, but a wish list and a magic wand. You could do whatever you want to with Sebring. Yeah, anything come to mind? Something that just stands out. I wish we could do this.
Exactly what we've talked about. Getting more retail downtown.
Yeah,
That's going to be a real challenge.
yeah.
I think that's probably my biggest want is we're starting is I'll say since COVID we really saw a push more towards local
Yeah,
shopping.
yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah, and I think we could support it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty small wish list if I had a magic wand.
Yeah, no, but that's important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I just want to see what we have going continue.
yeah. Have you talked to Mark Goseni about his dream for the lake?
Mm-mm. I haven't talked to him in probably 6 months.
Do you have any idea what I'm even
No.
chatting about right now? Okay, he was on a few weeks ago,
Okay.
and he brought some pictures. So he's got all these rendered. I mean, he's put some effort and time into this. So imagine this, all right? You're in your car, you're driving around Lakeview, you're going past Publix, you're heading towards Popeyes, and you make the turn at Scenic at the motel.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to that stoplight, there's an access road that takes you
Right.
down to the lake.
Yeah.
And it's a northbound lane only.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got plans to develop the entire lake with a one lane northbound lot or
So kind of like what's at Veterans Beach, where you pull in one way next to the playground.
Yeah, except it goes all the way up to I always call it
Lackey's.
Cafe del Lago,
Yeah.
but it goes
Oh,
all the way up there.
Yeah.
And you can get off at Harder Hall, where they have that little abutment, whatever. you call
Right.
that.
Yeah.
You can get on and off there, and you can get on and off over by Dr. Lackey.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got parking. He's got places for vendors. He's got all kinds of, picnic areas and stuff like that. Very, very cool.
Yeah. I like that.
How feasible it is, I have no idea. But he seems to think that this could actually happen,
Mm-hmm.
which I think would be pretty awesome. Can you imagine seeing that built up like that?
No, I can.
Yeah, if you get a chance, go either talk to him or go back to it was Marco's part 2, and you'll see the renderings
All right.
on the podcast. But that is one of the most.
It's just your way of getting me to watch it.
No, I don't care. You saw the Terry Lee part.
Terry
Was
Lee
was
part.
he your coach? You were done by then.
No, I had Charlie Kidd.
Charlie Kidd, no
Yeah.
kidding.
Charlie Kidd was my coach.
Yeah.
And I don't have any memories of Terry at the
Gotcha.
ball field.
Gotcha.
I got to know Terry. I worked with his wife,
Oh, okay.
and I don't even remember how I was at May Lee's eating lunch, and
Of course.
one day he sat with our table, and I had never even met him before that I could remember.
Yeah.
And then it slowly just morphed into he and I eating lunch together every day.
Yeah. He's a cool guy. Very soft spoken.
Yeah.
Very unimposing,
Right.
unassuming.
Yeah.
But what a background.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
cool. Very, very cool guy.
If we haven't, if not hundreds or thousands of meals together, I don't know how many.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm sure almost always.
I don't even have his phone number.
You don't need it. You know where to find him. He's going to be at Dee's place for breakfast. He's probably going to be at Maylee's for lunch.
Yeah.
If you ever need him, that's where to find him. What happened to? It's pouring.
Yeah, raining.
It's 11:14 and
early.
It's pouring. Yeah, it is early. We've been getting a lot of that. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm never going to say stop. There was a lot of hubbub about the city pier and taking down some buildings and putting in a splash pad and all that whole
splash
thing.
pad.
Whatever happened to that? It just died.
Yeah, things changed.
Yeah.
You look at the cost and what that amount of money can do in other areas, and once I'm not going to say once changed, but priorities changed.
Yeah. Well, that's fair enough. Isn't it funny though how you can get a body like the city council and the CRA, and the sitting body has this vision or dream, and it may or may not be good, but it happens, and
that's what is so bothersome to me is it was just an idea,
right.
and the CRA hired Kimley Horn to come in and do a conceptual design or multiple designs, and people just get so wound up, and we're like, listen, we're just talking about what's possible. Okay, these are just ideas.
Yeah.
Some are bad ideas and some are good ideas, but this is the one in my findings, the ones who complain the most are the ones who say there's nothing to do here.
Yeah.
But then you throw out an idea, well, it's not their idea, so
Right.
no, I don't like that.
Yeah. That's not unusual, is it?
Right.
When the whole HGTV thing was happening, social media was just so lit up and so negative. I couldn't. I had to take breaks from it. It was too much. I remember when that wave was getting built.
Oh yeah, I bet people had a field day. And when was the last time you drove through there and there weren't 5 kids on it?
Always kids on there. You know what I like about that thing? This is terrible. I like everything about it, but what I really like about it is that it's made of concrete, and it's just a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, yeah.
And the kind of parents that would let their child play on something like that are my kind of parents.
Yeah.
This is how you let kids grow up. You let them get a skin knee. You let them get a little bruise because somebody pushed them off the wave. That's part of growing up. I love that thing is there. Peter, my brother, we went out to play disc golf a few days ago, and he was saying, yeah. He was staying at Audrey's place, the old Brenner Pottery Shop
upstairs.
That's our niece.
Yep.
So that's another whole story. He was staying there, and he said, "Yeah, I got back from something. I forget what it was. I think it was after I played at 301, and he was going back. And he said there were people out there playing cornhole, at like 11 o'clock at night, 11:30 at night. And he said, man, that is just awesome. And it is.
You could go by on a Sunday or Saturday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And when was the last time you saw that many people?
No.
Not in my lifetime.
I think it's fantastic.
I mean, I remember the days of Wilson shoes and certain things, but I don't remember a lot of the stuff that was downtown when my parents were growing up.
Yeah, I do. I do remember a lot of it. And this is the most, in my adult lifetime, for sure, this is the most that I've seen traffic on the circle in the area.
Right.
I think it's great. I hope we can sustain it. And I believe you're right that retail is the key. We'll see.
Time will tell, right?
Time will tell. Yeah, there's still a couple places that are just sitting there empty. I take my morning walks.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
Throw my keys and my stuff in here, and I head down. Take my loop around the circle. It's the same every day. I look at these buildings, and I think, why is this store not open? Why is this, but it's all right. So eventually, it'll all happen.
Yeah. My wife has this notion that city council has control over all these things. I'm like, it doesn't work that way.
I think a lot of people have a notion
Yeah.
that city council is able, equipped, and permitted to do a whole lot more than they really are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the buck doesn't just stop with the city council. There's just a lot that has to happen for things to get done around here.
Right.
And it's not all on your shoulders, even though sometimes I'll bet it feels like it is.
So at times.
When's your next election?
I just got reelected, 6 months ago.
Okay, so these are 2-year terms, 3-year
3-year
terms. You're gonna keep at it.
No, this will probably be it. I mean, it's no secret. We've purchased a piece of property outside of the city.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But my wife, she wants to have horses and things like that.
Well,
so
that puts you right in the perfect spot to run for county commission.
No, we'll see.
Oh, it's not a hard no.
No, I don't have any plans to do anything just yet.
All right.
It's my kids are taking up more and more time as they get older, right?
Sure.
So.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. You're just getting into that now at 6 and 3.
That's city council. You can get by with a couple hours a week, but county commission, it's another job.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You look at their thing, their budget and things like that, and how large it is compared to ours.
What hypothetically, if you were to, what district would you be representing? Whose seat would you be?
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't even know yet.
I don't even know.
Yeah. How many years total then will you have in at the city?
I'll have 7 years in.
That's a chunk. I mean, that's a chunk of your life right there that you've given.
Mm-hmm.
Really given. I mean, I know you get a stipend and stuff, but that's very See, it's very selfless of you to be that community mom. Well, no, I'll say it. It is. You know what? For all the people who have their opinions about this, that, and the other, why don't you get off your butt and run?
Mm-hmm.
If you're that opinionated about it and that passionate about it, then do something about it. Otherwise, tone it down.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we get some of that.
This episode of The Havery Show is being brought to you by Heartland Tax and Accounting, 863-385-5020.
Certain issues definitely get people wound up.
And I think we're probably thinking about the same issues. I could do several podcasts on all that and how I feel about all that. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
It's been eventful.
It has been. It does though seem like that whole. It seems like it's becoming a little bit less eventful and a little bit more. I don't even like to say run of the mill, but it's definitely not as charged up as it had been in years past.
No, I mean we've had some pretty high profile meetings, and maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but I accredit it to those on council standing their ground, and more than I would like. I see not just local boards, but city councils or county commissions, all over just cave to whoever shows up.
That's right.
And it always seems that people, when they're opposed to something, they tend to show up a little bit more.
That's right.
So I'll give credit to my co-council members, both current and previous, because we essentially have a new council.
Yeah, you do. You do.
And everybody's pretty good about standing their ground.
I was impressed. A lot of those meetings, I was there in person. A lot of them I watched online because I was in New York. Mm-hmm. What I was impressed with was, for the most part, you held your ground, but you did it with quiet dignity. And you didn't. A lot of times you can hold your ground, but while you're holding your ground, you're fanning the flames. And I didn't see that with most of you. You held your ground, but you also held your tongue.
Mm-hmm. It's not easy.
Not easy. But I got it.
If there was a camera underneath the bench, I think everybody's foot would be tapping.
Yeah. Well, I got to commend you on that because it's not easy. And that's in times kind of controversy and duress and everything. But every decision that you make as a councilman carries a ton of weight. And you are well aware of that.
Well, and, especially in today's time, once it's on video, it's forever.
That's right, it is.
And something you say now I could say something here that come back to haunt me.
That's right.
10 years from now.
That's right.
It's just different.
Yeah. Well, on behalf of a grateful city, thank you for your service.
Well, thank you, but I'm just doing my job and trying to do what I think's right.
I think you're doing great, and that would be a great place to end, but I like to have at least one segment where I ask a ridiculous question.
Okay.
So let's see.
A ridiculous question. Yeah. Would you ask Terry what era would he like to live in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what do your interests lie in? Sports, in entertainment, in music, in movies? What is an area that interests you, just on a fun, personal level?
Probably auto racing.
Auto racing. Yeah. All right. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Or spending time with my family.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So auto racing.
Mm-hmm.
You get to spend a whole day with one driver, and that includes getting to ride with him in his marquee car, his signature vehicle, on any track. You get to pick the track, and you also get to drive him around too. It includes breakfast, lunch, and dinner with your favorite driver, your favorite track in his marquee, or her, if it's Danica Patrick, marquee car.
All right.
There you go.
Hans Stuck.
Hans Stuck, okay.
Sebring Raceway.
So, yes. Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So why Hans Stuck?
I don't know. I don't know why. I think maybe just growing up watching him.
Yeah.
Probably, and he was so tall.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know, 6'6", 6'7". He was tall, but watching him cram himself into that Porsche that he drove back in the 80s and 90s, and that was a heyday.
Sure.
For me.
Sure. So did you ever get to see this guy? Did you ever? You did. Okay.
Yeah. He was still racing when I was a kid.
No kidding.
I don't know if he's still alive or not, but
that's kind of. I'm not well versed on racing, but I always assumed that race car drivers, for the most part, kind of like jockeys, a smaller frame, a smaller body was way more beneficial.
Yeah.
So is he an unusual case, being a really big guy?
Yeah, for sure.
Especially driving in a Porsche. Remind me of the Porsche rule. Is it you can say Porsche or Porsche if you own one?
I say Porsche when but if you're an American, it's Porsche, right? Okay. But it's Porsche.
All right. I thought it had something to do with whether or not you owned one. That you were allowed
I don't know. I don't know that rule.
Have you ever been able to drive or ride on the track?
Yeah, actually. So two friends of mine, Mitchell Blackman, and a guy from Lake Placid, Joey Barber. We did
any relation to the racing school?
No relation. So there is a series that races out here. It's called Champ Car now, and if you go back, it's probably what the 12 hours started as, where it's just people like you or I going out there with a car that they built. Yeah. And it's endurance racing. So we went and bought a Mazda Miata from Cale Reed.
No kidding.
And built a race car.
Really?
And a Miata. I mean, as much as a race car as it could be, with the engine that we, pretty much built in a driveway, and went out there our very first race, and 14 hours and finished.
No kidding. They have entire series with nothing but Miatas.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did that. We've moved on from that. With kids, racing takes up a lot of time working on the car.
Oh yeah,
and everyone has kids now. Yeah, and it got to be too much. We still own the car, but we've moved into those two race dirt bikes. I've bought myself a quad. My daughter, who's 6, she's gotten into it. Nice. So we're still racing. It's just it's changed a little bit.
And you got to hold on to that car long enough to make it a father and son project for one of you guys or all of you. Who knows?
Yeah, because we all have a son.
I keep saying that. Father, it could be daughter too.
Yeah.
Don't be mad at me.
No, my daughter, she races 4-wheelers.
That's cool.
Yeah, we just started this past January, and they're
Where do you race?
all over the state. So
Sebring, Highlands County?
no, believe it or not, there's nothing in Highlands County.
What about the old place up on the old landfill on 17 in Avon Park?
That's not big enough.
Okay.
So I mean, because it's not motocross, we do it's woods racing, hare scrambles.
Gotcha.
So I think their requirement is 1,000 acres.
Oh wow,
and the sanctioning body, Florida Trail Riders, will go out and lease a ranch, and map out a track.
Yeah.
I think they're 9 miles. The track is.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So I need to get my endurance.
6?
9 miles.
No, your daughter?
Oh yeah. I'm talking about me because I have one now. So
You have one now. Is she racing a 9-mile track?
No. There's up until I think they're 12 or 13. They're on a much smaller track. It might be a mile.
Okay. All right.
And it's timed.
Yeah.
So her races are 20 minutes.
And yours are 9 miles. And how long?
90 minutes.
90 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's got to be kind of fun.
I haven't turned a lap yet.
Really?
Yeah.
When's your first one? Do you know?
The season starts in September. I probably won't start until maybe like January.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. It's
I
awesome.
might regret it.
Yeah, you might.
I need to get on the treadmill. So
That's cool. Well, good luck on that. And I don't know if there's a proper way to say that in the music and show business. It's break a leg. So I don't know if I wished you bad luck by saying good luck. My intentions are good.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I appreciate that.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah.
This is great. You did fantastic. You were all nervous and whatnot. I knew you'd be fine,
no.
but this was great. You did good. Yeah. Really, really good. So thank you.
Don't expect me to watch it.
I'm sure people will be giving you a report on it.
Yeah.
It's not like I've got a huge viewership here, so it's we're just having fun. What I'm doing here kind of has nothing to do with numbers of people. Kind of what I'm trying to do is keep some stories of Sebring alive for posterity. I love Sebring. This is my home. It's always been my home.
Yeah.
And by talking to people who share a love of Sebring, I'm hopefully keeping it alive in some way.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've really appreciated about my grandma.
Yeah.
I've spent hundreds of hours at her kitchen table. Yeah. Sharing stale snacks.
Yeah.
A cocktail. And, it's I've really enjoyed that.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and you talk about somebody who knows their history. Mm-hmm. Ruth Handley is second to none.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a great lady.
I've been lucky to spend a lot of time with her.
Yeah. So. Yeah, she's an icon. Give her a hug for me.
I'll do it.
Tell her I said hey. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
We're out. The Havery Show has been brought to you by Heartland Tax and Accounting, 863-385-5020.